Rochdale. Brain rush south, motorway south, separate, between horizons. Trees burst green by the roadside. In our minds, rush, risk, danger, taps, tags, lost in space with driving. Rain, soft windscreen, smear and shine, sun. Smile, eye twinkle, snap, crackle and pop diminishes with distance to the place where cars park purple on the sidelines of the vast terrain of a day. With thought, work, shopping, crystal portrait of commitment, shine, smile, eye twinkle. Sometimes there, sometimes gone, waiting for the night problem of corruption to abate. Maybe I should have told you a bit of background to that poetry actually. It's kind of to do with what's happening in the world today where people get watched all the time. And I'm not saying that's happening to me as such, but as I've got a political face, sometimes I do get watched. And I have had my phone tapped, but not necessarily recently. So the bit that says about tags and taps is actually about risk and danger and stuff that really happens in the world. And the next one is called East Lancashire. I grew up in Morecambe on Westminster Road, and we had a proper traditional backyard with a posser and a dolly tub. And I went to a friend's house and suddenly I was struck by the window, and this poem came out of this, and it's called East Lancashire. If I stay too long with this song of night, I may cry, where the rain slithers gently down the glass in spots. Windows are ropes and pulley, sashed traditional with a yard, no mangle. So really what I was saying is it was pretty all there, much of it was there just as it had been in my childhood, apart from the mangle. And quite often you go past houses in Morecambe, for instance, and in the front garden they've got a mangle. But I'm not that old, but you know, when I was little, that's what my mum used on Mondays. And then we got a Bendix washing machine, and she had more time for other things, thank God for that. Anyway, the next poem is called Bear Witness, and I'm just going to let it speak for itself. We are all writers and dreamers in the dark. We shade our life with dream. This fantasy, reality, sticks up putrid, instilled in roots and home tradition, with sounds of birdsong, cats, a lark, swift call spoken. Bear witness, we are the writers of this night. We sleep in peace when solitude allows. And finally, I'm a proper old-fashioned socialist, really. And what I think is really interesting is that Iceland, their economy seems to have recovered. And do you know how they've done it? They've got a closed shop, and they've nationalised the banks, and they're using Clause 4. And if anybody remembers, that's what we had in this country before everything went a bit Pete Tong, as far as I'm concerned. And this poem is about proper, true, traditional roots and saving the NHS. And the poem's called Resistance, the Better Part of Valerie. Sat surrounded in green, I whisper gratitude for the roof, the warmth, the shelter, friendship, health. What are they doing to the land, my home? Machines march the plough and furrow, and too many lock, stock and smoking barrels of war fill the screen. We scream, turn it off, turn it off. A buttercup queen hails a generation nearly lost to war. Nuclear holocaust, AIDS, abetting capitalism. It wipes out our soul, our services that Bevan and Attlee bought for us with inspiring speeches. I was nurtured. I grew out of love, Catholicism, socialism, and fear that I'd die before I was 30 years old. We are the bomb generation of nuclear sickness, pollution and greed. We are not lost. Return to the ground, Look up at the sky. Breathe this CCTV world, hacking at our speech. Through phones, never alone. We are captured on CCTV over 300 times a day. God knows how we survive, walking our path to reason, resolution, and defiance. We are not alone. We are each other. Choose love. Choose green grass, black night, gold teeth, but not that age-old tradition of disaster and greed. Soon this buttercup queen will ride away on horseback, and we have to ask, will this be Camelot, or will the sword be mightier than the pen? Our word is our bond. The NHS is safe in our hands. Better bloody had be, as its loss will illustrate the nonsense we human beings have become.